Good afternoon, Chelsea.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lindsay. How are you?
I am fine, and you?
I'm great, thank you.
Oh, by the way, thanks for being patient and thanks for your understanding. The system just knocked us out at 1:30 exactly, and they just came back out of my control. So thanks for being patient.
No problem. Yeah, these things happen. It's all good.
Yeah. Um, as I was saying, Canada. When I think of Canada, I think of Toronto. Are you in Toronto?
Well, Toronto is where I'm based usually, but I'm actually in Montreal right now.
Montreal. That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
way
visiting some family in Montreal.
okay. But Toronto is where all the action is, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
The unofficial capital.
Now listen, I must say congratulations. You have been doing quite well for a young lady carrying the reggae flag all over the world.
Thank you. I'm trying my best to represent.
You're trying your best to. You were born in Canada, were you?
I was born in Canada to a Jamaican woman, so I'm
Oh,
Jamaican Canadian.
oh, you don't have to tell us about that Jamaican woman. The world knows that Jamaican woman. She makes
I
she
have to.
yeah
I'm
that
a proud Jamaican.
yes and um
And big up my mama.
oh yeah, baby mother records. We
Baby
can
mama music. Yes,
music
I'm the baby and she's the
the
mama and we
mama,
make music.
yes. Good combination. And tell us, how did you get started? It's not a typical question because no one really, a lot of people on this side of the world, they hear your music on the radio,
Yeah,
but
thanks to you. Thank you very much, Mr. Lindsay.
you're quite welcome. And they don't know much. Whenever I play your song, I try to say from Toronto, representing Canada. But how did you
Mhm.
how did you get started?
Well, for as long as I've been alive, I've loved to sing.
Uh huh.
And my mom started out as a poet, and she used to do poetry shows here in Montreal, actually. And then we moved to Toronto eventually. But she started out doing poetry shows in Montreal, and I would see live instrumentalists playing jazz and vocalists, and it was just I was like 5 years old, and I was just in
Wow.
awe. And I thought, yeah, one day that's going to be me on stage. And my mom was also a poet, and she was on stage herself.
Right, right,
So
right,
that whole environment inspired me to want to do the same thing. And now we co-write my music,
right.
and my mom's supporting me every step of the way.
Oh yes. I got different music from you, and I realized that you're versatile in not just doing reggae. I got some Christmas selections from you, and I was
Yeah.
kind of surprised. Did you get formal training?
Well, I did go to school for music. Yeah, I studied classical music and jazz, and
Ah,
I've always loved Christmas music. So that was the first recording I ever did.
really? Those
Yeah.
Christmas songs?
Yeah, those Christmas songs were done when I was very young, and we just found the recordings off of YouTube and did a little studio session. It was a lot of fun.
So with your vast catalog of music, what do you like to do most? Of all the music you can do, from jazz, classical, reggae, R&B, which one are you comfortable with, or most comfortable with?
I just love music, period. So when I sing reggae, you hear the R&B influences, you hear the
Yes.
jazz influences. I try to incorporate that into the reggae, and reggae itself already has those influences. So
Right.
it's just a mix up of everything.
One of the songs that I found to be very impressive at the time when you sent over from your album Over You. That was a very mild tempo jazz reggae. When you're making an album, do you think of a theme for the album, or what comes to mind?
Well, that one was actually my very first single, and when we wrote it, my mom wrote the verses and I wrote the chorus, and we were just trying to make something original because previous to that I'd only done cover songs. Like I had a mixtapes of jazz, reggae, R&B cover songs. So we were just trying to make something that represented me. And
Right.
so like again we fused the jazz and the reggae, and then Over You came about, and we kept hearing that it sounded like UK reggae, which
Right,
is pretty funny because we
exactly.
traveled to the UK and before we knew that.
Right.
and people loved it out there.
A lot of singers today, they listen to a rhythm and then they write the lyrics to the rhythm. Is that
Yeah.
your method, or you have a bunch of songs sitting there that when you hear a rhythm, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one name over you, fit that rhythm. Which one comes
It
first for
actually
you?
goes both ways. Sometimes when my mom and I are writing, it's either we have a song that doesn't have any music to it,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually we find a rhythm that works with it,
Mm-hmm.
or we hear a rhythm and like the lyrics just come, you
Oh,
know?
so it goes both ways.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, Perfectly Lonely. It's a ballad. What was the story behind that? When I listen to this song, it's like, did this happen to you? Is it real or is it just lyrics?
Oh, it's definitely real. I wrote that song when I was a lot younger, and to this day I say it's dedicated to young women because it's about self-love and how important it is to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. So Perfectly Lonely, I was basically just saying I was looking around at everybody else going through their situations, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just wait because you guys are going through some serious situations, and I'll just wait for the right person, and so
So,
that's the theme of the song. Perfectly Lonely. Till then, I'll be perfectly lonely.
perfectly right with a title like that. But is it as a young woman, and you know you're pursuing your career and your mom is always at your side? Is it
hmm
scary for men to approach you, young guys to approach you?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
What
It
happened?
happens all the
What
time.
happens all the time?
Yeah, but music is the goal, you know. So I'm just trying to build myself and my career first, and then if love finds me along the way, then
Are you looking for it?
no, I'm just like I said in Perfectly Lonely. I'll just sit around patiently waiting for Mr. Right to find me.
Oh, okay. You're looking for Mr. Right. Well, with your mom around, Mr. Right is gonna look and say, "Uh oh." She
Nah, the right one will know what to do and what to say. It's all good.
perfectly lonely. What a title. You were recently nominated for the Juno Award, which is the equivalent of U.S. Grammy Award.
Yes.
Um, when you heard you were nominated, what was your reaction?
I was just overjoyed, you know, because that's something I've always wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and for it to finally be happening, it was just surreal, you know.
I mean, in Canada, to be recognized at that level, that must be, as you said, a very great feeling.
Yeah, it's one of the highest achievements you can achieve in the music industry here in Canada. So it was an honor. It was really an honor, and I enjoyed the experience so much. Even though I didn't win the
Right.
Juno, the nomination alone was
Oh,
definitely a win for me.
how many people are in the category? Five, four,
I
five?
believe it was 5. Yeah.
Right. And you have so many, artists over there. And when
Yes,
you're
a
you're
lot.
in a top five, that's great. That even when you
Definitely.
don't
That's why I
win.
say the nomination alone was a pat on the back, encouragement to keep on going.
You also went on tour to South Africa, and I guess Africa. You spent a lot of time there. How was that experience for you?
That was beautiful because I've always wanted to go to Africa. That's the motherland, and we all should go as Black people, and just everybody in general. But to finally be there, like, um, it was just it was
Right.
just awesome, and the fact that I got to perform and meet other artists and collaborate with some artists in South Africa and see other countries like Botswana and Seychelles and Mauritius, especially those islands, Mauritius and Seychelles, because I saw so many similarities with Jamaica,
Right.
and that was really nice to see.
Were you surprised that your music is popular in of all places, South Africa? Were you surprised at the popularity of your music?
Well, I was surprised to see that people were singing my songs, because I went out there and I was singing "Do You Love Me?" and I was like, "Tell me, do you want me?" and the cat was like, "Woo-hoo." So that was a really cool moment, and thankfully it was documented. That's on my Instagram if you
Okay.
ever want to check it out.
We,
But it was so awesome to be back home, another home.
right. And how long was the tour? where are some of the cities you went?
Well, we were initially invited for the Moshito Music Conference, so that was in South Africa.
Hmm.
We went to Seychelles, Botswana, Mauritius, and I also went to Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. I mean, was it just to visit as a tourist, or you went and you performed like you did in
Well,
South?
no, every other city was a performance, but Ethiopia was kind of a like a layover. So
Oh,
my mom
okay,
and I made the most out of our day. We saw all that we could in a day,
in a day.
and we went to the National Museum in Ethiopia. And it was really cool. There was a statue of Selassie and his car at the front of the to see the bones of our oldest ancestor. I
Wow.
think they call her Eve.
Eve. Well, it would be Eve, right? Call her
Yeah.
Eve.
I mean, it's cool to know that we all came from a black woman, right? And
Right.
those remains were found in Ethiopia, so it was really cool to see it.
No, you
And
mentioned that
Lucy, actually, is what they call her.
someone asked me one time or made a statement about you that with all the hair you have, that hair on your head, does it hurt your neck or your head or anything like that?
Not at all. My hair is very light.
It's light.
Yes, very light.
How long now you been growing your hair like that? Oh, for how many years?
Well,
No, I
I don't
don't.
really talk much about that. It's
But
just
your recent picture you sent me that I to your butt right now.
mhm. It's not locks, it's twists.
I don't know. What's the difference between that and
Well,
you want to educate me on that? I mean,
maybe
it's
another
here.
time. Definitely another time.
Another time. Uh,
Off air, we could talk about that for sure.
I'll ask my wife. She's into here. I'll ask her. What's the difference between what
There you
is
go. Yeah.
locks and what? What are they? Locks,
Twist.
twist and locks. Okay, I'll find out. I know you were in Jamaica. Was it last year you were in Jamaica?
Yeah. Last year I was in Jamaica, and I shot a series of music videos, including one for Glory
Hmm.
that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow.
Right. What was the reception for you, other Canadian-based artists? What was the reception for you
Oh wait,
in
actually, I
Jamaica?
was in Jamaica earlier this year too. I was here during Reggae Month.
Oh, you
I
were
was
there for?
there during Reggae Month
Oh,
and
okay.
for the Jamaica Music Conference. But the reception is always lovely. Like Jamaicans, we love good music, we love good singers, and like I always say that the Jamaican crowds will let you know if you're good, and they'll let you know
Oh,
if you're not good. So luckily, I've
definitely.
never been booed off the stage or bottled off the stage. Only horns and love from the
Nice,
crowd.
nice. Earlier today, when we sent out the thing, the flyer poster that you're gonna be under the spotlight today, a Jamaican singer that says to me, "Oh, she's so sweet," and she's listening right now just to hear this conversation. Her name is Liba. Are you familiar
Sorry,
with
what's
her?
her name?
Liba, the daughter, Toots Ibert daughter.
Oh yes, I remember meeting her at the studio with Sly and Robbie. Uh,
Ah,
big up to her.
she is
All
listening
love,
right
all the
now.
time.
She is listening right now. She says she's gonna listen just to hear the
Thank you.
so
Oh,
yeah. So the reception in Jamaica was good.
definitely, yeah.
Okay. You are getting ready now to release your latest single, Glory, which is a more of a spiritual music, spiritual song. Are you spiritual in nature?
Yep, definitely. I was raised Seventh-day Adventist.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm still figuring out what all of it is, but I definitely do believe in God, and I'm grateful.
Right.
And when my mom wrote the song, it was focused on just gratitude and being grateful for all the things that we have in life.
Right. Do
As
you
simple as, a beautiful day, the sun, the stars, the moon,
right. Do you as a young woman, do you see yourself as a trailblazer trying to open doors for other female? I mean, we all know how hard it is for female to break into the business. Do you see yourself as a pioneer, a trailblazer, anything like that?
Oh, definitely not. I mean, I'm still trying to make a name for myself, so I definitely couldn't call myself a trailblazer yet, but I do aspire to be one in the future. I aspire to definitely be a role model to young women,
Uh-huh.
and hopefully, get up to queen status like Marcia Griffith someday.
Oh, nice. That's a good inspiration right there.
Yeah.
If you're inspired by Marcia Griffith, you will definitely make it. So Glory, when Glory's gonna be released, this would be the second single from the album.
That's right, yeah.
Oh. And I just carry a story a day or two ago that Forever Your Girl is picking up steam in Jamaica. You get it?
Yeah, it's getting a lot of rotation, and the music video is playing on all those stations like Hype TV and all that. So I'm really happy about that.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, whoa, go my girl. Well, you know,
Thank you, Mr. Lindsay.
you
Thank you, and
you're,
thank you for all the love you always show me. I appreciate it.
you're quite welcome. Your mom, we are from the same town. I haven't met her personally, but you know what? Was a Spanish Tonian,
Yes,
always a Spanish Tonian. Uh,
that's right.
yes,
That's right.
and when she hit me up and she said, "Hey, you know, I'm from Spanish Town," I'm saying, "You're from Spanish Town, you know." Once you mention that, I'm all hers. Send me the good
Yeah.
stuff, and we are there. Let's hear. I just started playing Glory, and
Okay.
the vibes on it is very good. And you said the song is officially released tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
With a music video and everything.
And this video was shot in Jamaica also.
Yes, it was
Okay.
on Stony Hill.
On Stony Hill. So
Mhm.
you identify Stony Hill. Tells me you go to Jamaica regularly.
Yeah, I actually lived in Stony Hill for like 6 months. I
Okay.
stayed in OG for 3 months. Like I go regularly. I love Jamaica, and I hope to live there full time
Oh, huh. Hey,
someday.
Chelsea, I noticed you mentioned Stony Hill, you mentioned Ocho Rios, Kingston, and what go on? You know, mentioned Spanish Town. What's up?
Yes, Spanish Town is where my family is, so big up Spanish Town too.
Well,
And yes, I do go there. I visit every now and then.
I go every now and then.
I
Yeah.
have some grand uncles over there.
Oh yeah, that's your roots. So just
Yep.
keep that in mind that when you talk about Jamaica, you make sure you big up Spanish Town.
Yes, big up Spanish Town.
Big
That's
up
where my
Spanish
mom
Town.
was born, so
Yes. All right,
and
listen.
raised.
Um, I wish we could go on longer, but with the 45 minutes taken away from us by Comcast, courtesy of Comcast. Hey, what cable system you have in your town?
Um,
Is it
Bell,
what's the name of it?
Bell.
Bell? Oh, okay. Is that good?
Yeah.
They provide good services. You get blackouts and lockdown regularly over there.
Well, actually, in Toronto, a crane crashed, and there's a lot of power outages out there. But yeah, the service is good. It's good.
Okay. All right.
Thanks again for
Yes.
having me, Mr. Lindsay. Thank you to Leva. She's tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you to Sly and Robbie. Thank you to Nancy Wilson for
Yes.
letting you know about me.
Yes. All right. Well, listen. I wish you the best of luck and let's stay in touch. Your mom is always hitting me up on Facebook and WhatsApp and all of that. So she
Yes,
stays
this
in
is
touch.
true.
So good luck and we will continue giving you our full support. And say hello to everybody up there in Canada. On Monday
I will.
I spoke with Tony Anthony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was my special guest on Monday. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah, big up to all the Canadians. And thank you, Mr. Lindsay, for having me.
and you're welcome, my dear. You take care, all right?
You too.
Hi, I'm Clinton Lindsay. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word and visit us once again. Thank you very much.